Hey guys, are you here? And today I am very excited to bring you a 2v2 match with my boy Mr. Brown, aka Versace X. We're playing Holy Paladin Frost Mage and we're fighting Resto Shaman DK. And the reason this game is so exciting is because these guys are, I think, the #1 ranked 2v2 team on the US ladder right now, and we have fought them over the past, I think, 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons this expansion, and every time we fight them we lose. We fought them about 50 times, and we've lost every single time. We fought them 2 times last night, and guys, we beat them 2-0. I was so excited. I'm not sure if we'll continue to beat them, but basically, what I want to talk about in this game is our strategy, our talent choices, and kind of what we changed up. Because we've tried all different types of strategies, all different types of talent choices, all different types of everything, and we still end up losing to these guys every time. And I think what really made the difference in these games is kind of what I talked about yesterday with the new Glacial Spike changes. They made it less dependent on your icicles and more just Glacial Spike doing a lot of damage. What does this mean? Glacial Spike damage is much more consistent. So in a 2s game, over 5-10 minutes of a game, 50, 60, 70% dampening, on average, higher hitting Glacial Spike is going to be very beneficial. If you think of it almost in terms of PvE, more damage is more better, right? In 70% dampening, it's just you want to get that damage out. So the consistent higher Glacial Spikes were really paying dividends as this game kind of went on. So, I'll put the talents on the screen so you guys can take a look. I'm playing a Glacial Spike and a Ice Nova build, and I'm pretty much playing standard talents as well. I am playing Burning Determination, so if I do get kicked, then I can cast immediately after. And the reason for that is the Pet Kick, the DK Kick, the R-Shaman kick. There's so many kicks that I want to not really have to fate cast, and I want to continually cast, and if I do get kicked, not have to worry about it very much at all. I get gripped there, big damage onto the Shaman, he walls and trinkets. That kind of opens up an opportunity to swap into the Shaman in the future. But mostly this game, if you guys haven't noticed already, what I'm trying to do is keep my distance, play back, and land as many Glacial Spikes on the DK as possible. So not really pushing in for sheeps on the Shaman almost ever, because they have so many interrupts, kicks, line of sight, Ghost Wolf, Runaway. It's just not going to happen, guys. If I'm constantly casting, going for sheeps, I'm doing a lot less damage. So instead, what I'm doing is playing at a distance, really casting as many Frostbolts and as many Glacial Spikes, respectively, as I can, and letting this DK never hit me. Of course, I'm playing Frigid Winds, really just staying back. I'm going for the Blink CS is on the Shaman right there. If you noticed, I do a Blink CS when he was around the pillar, lock out the Shaman in total, and this is what's going to be the majority of our CC as the game gets deeper and deeper into dampening. Out of that Blink CS, I landed a nice Belf Silence into a Sheep. The reason that Belf Silence into the Sheep is nice because he can't shear me, he can't ground, he can't really do anything. He kind of just has to eat that unless the DK peels the Sheep, but the DK was line of sight at that time. Have an orb down on both of them, and hitting both is definitely a very good strategy as well to kind of the Shaman a little bit. And when you can get an orb and a blizzard on both, it's like, why not? It's just more damage. And, it's funny, I made a video, I think like a week ago now, talking about how PvE damage kind of sucks in PvP, but when it killed a Counter-Strike Totem right away, noticed it was zapping me from the side, but when you're in 2s and it's all about dampening, damage is very relevant. It's still not end-all be-all, because there are still kill setups, right? You can definitely do a crazy kill setup with some type of Hajj, orb, big one-shot, but at the end of the day, once it's 70% dampening, whoever is doing more damage is probably going to win the game. If you guys notice here, I did make a Tell Me Win. The add-on for this is called Tell Me Win. It has some, you can put in any icons you want, but I have it for Paladin Sacrifice. The reason I did that is because I want to be able to see when my Pally has Sacrifice on me so I don't overlap Ice Block. It was a problem I was having in the past with a bunch of different Pallies, really, because Sacrifice is an immunity, Ice Block's an immunity. If I'm at 1% and that Sac goes off, but I also Ice Block, then it's kind of a waste, right? So I'm just like, okay, let me just make a Tell Me Win and, clear all this up. I have a Tell Me Win for a couple of my abilities, and I think it's definitely pretty freaking nice to have that. But yeah, as this game goes on, guys, it's kind of the same story. I'm keeping a Frostbolt slow on this DK. I'm making sure he can't hit me. We fought them once on Blackrock Cold Arena yesterday, and we fought them once on Tulveron, and we beat them both games. To be fair, both of these maps were pretty good in our favor, right? If we fought them on, say, sewers or like a smaller map where we couldn't really just kite forever, it might go in the other direction. This map was definitely pretty nice for us, and Tolvaran is actually even better. If you guys want, tell me in the comments below, and I can definitely post the Tolvaran game as well. So if you guys want to see the other game where we fight these guys, let me know. Get stunned up. Here's what you also want to keep a lookout for. It's Dark Sim, and the DK will copy your next ability. What you don't want to do is give them your polymorph, which hopefully I don't do right here. Maybe I do. But you want to, if you have this Dark Sim on you, what you want to do is kind of fake it off. Man, I'm so bad. I saw the opportunity to get the sheep, and I have all the kicks and the groundings out of the way. So I was like, okay, I can get the sheep. I do land the full sheep, but that was very bad of me because I had the Dark Sim. What I should have done is canceled it, Ice Lance, and then went for the sheep. Misplay by me. So, learn from my mistakes, boys. But the DK basically stole the sheep, and so my pally's gonna probably get sheeped at some point soon here. The DK's kind of running away, looking for some type of kill setup. And I'm maybe getting a little too ballsy here, pushing in a little too far. I really don't think it's necessary, or at least mandatory in any way, to push in on these guys when you can really just stay back and dampen them. Look at this. Shaman's at about 30% mana. My pally is almost full mana because he's gotten, I think, 2 or 3 drinks off already, which is another point that I want to mention. The drinks your pally is getting off is very crucial before dampening gets too deep. I would say your pally has to be full, almost full mana going into about 50 or 60% dampening, because there's just no way he's going to be able to heal it if he's not. My pally's also playing melee wings, not double sack. Just so you guys know, I get a blink CS on the Shaman. DK is getting quite low, keeping that Blizzard slow down onto him, blinking away, trying to get a sheep off onto the Shaman. Couldn't quite get it. Kill it, Counter-Strike Totem. That DK never did get the Dark Sim sheep onto my pally. I think my pally was just eating, and then the Dark Sim cooldown ran out because he has to use it within whatever 30 seconds, and the pally was just too far away. Keeping a Blizzard here actually on the Army of the Dead, and that's pretty good to do, just to note, because the more targets Blizzard hits, the quicker your cooldown of orb is going to be reduced by. So if I can, Blizzard more people, it's definitely more better, and get that cooldown of my orb, reduced as quickly as possible to get that next orb. And it's really, as far as these games, it's not getting hit and PvEing. It's almost like the Frost PvE boss for to unlock your hidden weapon. It's almost like that. A little bit. You kind of just kite the guy. He's running at you very slowly. He grips you and you blink every once in a while. He grips you again and you blink because you have 2 blinks, and just pretty much stay far. In dampening, you're going to have your icy veins and your orb back up, and that's pretty much when you're going to want to go for that big kill opportunity. Once again, guys, I am sheeping the Shaman when I can. But the big point that I want to point out is that I'm not going for sheeps. I'm really just getting the sheeps when the opportunity is presented. So I'm not reducing my damage by too much to get these sheeps. What I'm doing is getting the sheeps off of a Hodge, getting the sheeps off of a Belf, kind of when I can get these sheeps. This is really important too. I'm hitting the Shaman when the DK is out of line of sight. Main priority is I always want to be doing some type of DPS. I don't want them to be both 100% HP, hanging out, living happily ever after. I want them to be low HP, constantly having to heal, constantly ooming the Shaman. Get another nice blink CS there on that Shaman. Looked almost exactly like the one before. That Dark Sim, he stole my Ice Block, which is pretty unfortunate, but, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. It was either that or I was going to die. We're both so low here. I take out that Counter-Strike Totem, which was very nice. Shaman, 20% health, 30% health. That was my Icy Veins go. Paladin doing a beautiful job keeping us alive here. He stole that Ice Block, which definitely, paid some dividends for him, because that Ice Block stolen, he might have just died right there if he didn't get that Ice Block. DK is down to 8% life. He used his Corpse Shield. He might live a little bit longer. Pally and I are both down. I can't check what the dampening is at, but I'd guess around 70% dampening. The Shaman's at 30% health. The next kind of anything we can get down to the Shaman, he should go down. Full Hammer of Justice, Ebon Bolt being casted, and the Shaman will go down. We were so excited in this moment, guys. I can't even explain to you. We have lost to these guys 50 times this expansion, and every time we try something new, and every time we end up losing. Here in this game, I tried that spec that I showed you guys earlier, Glacial Spike, Comet, not Comet Storm, playing Glacial Spike, and the Ice Nova build. Pretty freaking exciting game there, guys. I hope this will help you guys beat Shaman DK or just Shaman DPS when you guys are fighting that team as well. Hopefully there was some type of tips and tricks in here that were helpful. If it was, thumbs the video up, guys. It really does help. Thumbs it down if you didn't like the video and you're like, this was trash. Talk to me in the comments about what you guys want to see for next time, or if there's any questions you have. I always read the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!